play. So I know how to shoot, I know how to fight. I tell you once, don't tell you twice. And I'm real discreet, like a thief in the night. Yeah. If I call you once, I know how to skate. So I know how to shoot, I know how to fight.
You too. Big old deal, man. Alright, well, let's not get people for me. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Yeah, we get it cracking, man. Yeah, a little late, but hey, it's always good in here, though. You know? Alright. I'm glad to help you get up here. Let's go. Alright, I'll let a couple more of y'all get up in here. Alright, we almost there. We're almost there. About 5 more.
I'm so fly, so what? All these people always lie, I'm so. So I said that. Yeah. For the fame ain't changed shit before mine.
Alright, there we go. Alright, you too. What's the big old deal, man? It's y'all favorite hood partner, Big Nina Boy. Welcome to the Nina Boy Show, where we always got the best reactions cracking. And today, man, we got Eddie Boy. Eddie Boy, you up? So before we get into the content, man, let me say something, man. We can't be too accessible anymore, homie. You know what I'm saying? We can't be accessible to the women, you know what I'm saying, that we used to, dibble and dab with. You can't be accessible to your homies, man. You can't be too accessible. You gotta realize, bro, if you go make it to the top, bro, you gotta cut a lot of people off. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be cool with knowing that it's gonna be some people that you never go be able to hang with like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Because where you going, you can't take everybody with you. You know what I'm saying? You can't take everybody with you, gang. As much as you hear all these cats in the streets talking about, yeah, when I get on, I'm gonna bring the whole hood. Line like, man, damn well y'all don't even like everybody from y'all neighborhoods, man. You gotta realize something, homie. God gave you one life, homie. You was born by yourself, you gonna die by yourself. You see what I'm saying? The ultimate betrayal is putting your trust in somebody else. You see what I'm saying? You break your own trusting the wrong people. Do you know it's so many people that's incarcerated, that's locked up, that's dead in the cemetery because they made the wrong choice, trusting the wrong person. You see what I'm saying? A friend of 20 years could switch up on you at any moment. That's a cold way of life, gang. Just imagine you've been rocking with a 20 years. 20. You see what I'm saying? And he wake up that day and decide, yeah, man, I'm not rocking with you no more. You see what I'm saying? I'm finna set you up. I'm finna send the boys on you. You see what I'm saying? Put you in a cold situation. You gotta realize, gang, right now, this is the best time for you to focus on getting some money because there's so much money out here on this black top. If you're not getting no money right now or chasing money, that's a you problem. You got 24 hours in a day, gang. A lot of y'all don't even realize it. You see what I'm saying? People care about the status quo of what somebody, you got to stop caring about what people think, man. Because the moment you start thinking what people think about you is the moment you already lost. You already psyched out your mind. Somebody psyched you out. You see what I'm saying? So, all right, so let's get to the content, though, man. What up to everybody that's pulling up to the live, man? We finna get it cracking. Eddie Boy exposed Big U for snitching. I didn't see too much of it. I seen a little clip of it. He's saying the Rollin 60 had the paperwork this whole time. Now, for y'all that don't know Eddie Boy, y'all go over there to his channel, man. This is his content. He's an OG from Rollin 60's, and he's telling his story. He's telling his story about Big U. And for all the people that thought they knew Big U, he was actually incarcerated with Big U on the same case, did the same amount of time. I don't know who did more. We'll find out in the content. But he's letting the world know that Big U ain't who he say he is. You know what I'm saying? Big U is saying, you know, he didn't do nothing wrong, and people trying to get him in trouble. And you know, let's hear what Eddie Boy got to say, man. It's a cold game because if what Eddie Boy got to say, man, a lot of people gonna look at it like, wow, that's crazy. And not only is he saying this with like alleged, he's saying this with paperwork. He has the paperwork. He said he put it out there. Everybody decided to just stay quiet. I don't know. That's his situation. I can't tell his story. So we gonna let him tell his story for us. And we gonna check out the content. Eddie Boy, what up, though? Let's go. 5, 4, trade, deuce, blast off.
Assalamu alaikum, people. Get my day started. Going to check on my guys. Got to go do a few ins and outs. And man, you know, it's funny, man, how people speak on things they have no knowledge about. It's like a lot of dudes be acting like they know me and Big U case like we know it, you know, better than ourselves. They be acting like they was there, they participated in it. They act like they was right there. And the cold part about it be these dudes that weren't even born yet. If they was born, they were like 4 or 5 years old. And they just be speaking on things they have no knowledge about, bro. You know, me and the brother band, we got caught up on a reverse sting, undercover sting. We was going to purchase 30 kilos. And the guy that we was dealing with, he was a solid individual at first. But some way along the line, he got caught up in what he started doing, and he started working. And he started turning in all his customers, all his buyers. So when we purchased, you know, what we need to purchase, because we had purchased from him before, and we got 15 from him, but we bought it straight up. And then we came back and ordered 30 more. So we was running a maneuver on. So when we ran the 30, I showed her the money for the 30. And when I showed the money for the 30, I was by myself. So it was a go after that. So I didn't have to show the money no more. So, but lo and behold, he started dealing with a undercover officer was with him. So when we went to go purchase it, the 30, we wasn't gonna purchase it, bro. You know, we was just gonna grab it and we was gonna get up out of there. So, you know, we went to go put the twist down, but unfortunately, you know, there was undercover police. You know, some guys were saying, you know, I heard some dude talking about when we got caught up, Big U pulled a pistol out on the guy and knocked the police out. Nah, bro, he didn't knock the police out. Man, when me and Big U approached the car, they jumped out. And me and Big U, we ran, we scattered. All right. So when we scattered, we got a short distance, you know, and we got caught. So when we got caught and we got to the police car, Big U he was just, he was like kind of upset. He was mad, like he was like in his feelings a little bit. So he was saying whatever he was saying to the people. And then, we got to the police station, Lenox, over there on Hawthorne Boulevard at that particular time. We got into the substation. Then we got in the substation. It was a couple of dudes up in there that we knew and stuff like that. But they kept pulling Big U about the holding tank. And I was asking bro, like, bro, what they keep pulling you about this joint, man? He was like, oh man, these police officers, used to be in the module with me, rightfully so, because, they used to work in, used to work in the county jail, and then they go to the streets. I think that was their protocol or something like that. So he said he knew them from the module because they kept pulling him out. So we just sitting back, we trying to figure out what we're going to get charged with, because we really didn't possess none of the drugs or nothing like that. But the way they wrote up the paperwork, they said we robbed them, we took the dope and all that type of stuff. So when I got the transcripts, the paperwork dealing with the police report, it was two statements up in there. They said that Big U made. They said that he never should have went to work for me, and he said that he never touched the drugs. I'm the one that touched all the drugs, right? And the brothers from the section know that I sent that paperwork out, years ago, and they should understand.
Wow, you could hear it in his voice, like, what I'm saying, it sounds like he over it, but at the same time though, it's like, he got to relive it. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy work, man. So at this point, all right, Eddie Boy and Big U was on a mission to go rob the dope man, and the dope man was working as an undercover informant the whole time. So it was just bad luck. It's crazy because you know what I'm saying? That, he just said he was going to show the dope. He showed the dope man $30,000. The dope man was believing it's good. You see what I'm saying? But what they didn't know is that the dope man was sitting up there playing them the whole time. They was finna play the dope man, but the dope man beat them to the punch. And he was working with them undercovers, them UCs. And they get cracked from what I'm taking. He's saying they go to jail, and he see Big U going in and out. You know what I'm saying? Them holding tanks going to go talk to the detectives. So are them officers, which that's a red flag for me. That's a red flag, bro. That's a red flag. I don't care what you telling me at this point. Nigga, if you going in there, I need to go in there with you. You see what I'm saying? That's a call. Wow, he got to relive this, man. And so as y'all notice, not only is he, expressing and addressing, his story, can't nobody, you know what I'm saying, take his story. His story is his story. He is who he is. He from where he from. And this is his life story. So, as me reacting to it, I'm sitting back. I'm like, y'all need to hear this. Because at the end of the day, if y'all young niggas, YNs out there catching cases, and one of your partners keep going in and out the, that holding tank, something up. You see what I'm saying? He said he sent the paperwork to his neighborhood, and what would you call that? Nepotism? You know what I'm saying? Like, Big U he's worth too much for us to take him down behind what he did or what he said, or maybe Big U is bigger than the program. You see what I'm saying? But this is an interesting story. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people is like, hey, look, man, I'm reacting to the shit. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got a problem with that man's story, y'all go tell that man about his story. Eddie Boy sound like a stand-up nigga. He'll tell you if this is his truth. You can't stop that man from telling his truth. Let's go.
Stan, they should know what the paperwork was, bro. It just wasn't one statement. It was a couple of statements. So we go to the county. We up in the county. Me, Big U, C-Rag, Lil Doc Dome, Lil Psych from 6 Dudes. Baby Psych from 6 Dudes. A lot of other individuals up in there, man. Belly was up in there at that time. So we on $1 million road, bro. And you know, if you was on $1 million road, you was an HOJJ. So when I got the police report, me and Big U in the cell, and I was reading it, and I handed it to him, and he read it, and he gave it back to me without saying nothing. And I said, "Hey, bro, you see what they said? You said about you see what they saying? You said?" He said, "Oh man, Ed, you know them police. You know how them police be lying." And I said, "Okay, yeah, all right, whatever. You know, I'm gonna take that." So, you know, a lot of people don't understand. I had gave the brothers the benefit of the doubt at that particular time, man, because when you homeboys, you always supposed to give your homie the benefit of the doubt when something like that is transpired. You know, even if he did say that, you know, you don't know if he said it, you don't know if he didn't say it.
No, sir. Bullshit, nigga. Not over here, nigga. I see some paperwork, nigga. What you? Nah, nigga. I'm not no benefit of doubt, nigga. If this in black and white, yeah, nigga, something ain't right. If it's in black and white, something ain't right, nigga. I'm calling that shit out. Fuck is this paperwork, nigga? You telling, nigga? Straight up, all bets is off. Don't you, man? And you know that's noble of Eddie Boy wanting to see the good. You know, like yeah, this I can't even, to look at some paperwork of your comrade, your constituent, and you find out, nigga, talking through that wire this whole time on you, nigga, he got down on you, and you trying to, man, that boy, listen, boy. See, I'm the cool nigga until a nigga cross me, bro. Cross me, tell on me, do some goofy shit, bro. I'ma turn to a whole nother nigga. You see what I'm saying? Wow, man, this story is crazy, bro. This story is crazy because we're talking about Big U is the biggest of them over there. You see what I'm saying? He at the top of the food chain. You see what I'm saying? At the top. You see what I'm saying? With the big influence, nigga, that nigga could go send 20 niggas, nigga, pull up to your job, nigga, and nigga blow holes through that motherfucking window. You see what I'm saying? He had that type of power. You see what I'm saying? And that's how powerful he is. You know how powerful that is, nigga? When this man right here, Eddie Boy, is saying, look, Big U is telling on me, nigga. He made statements and he got down on me. And everybody stay quiet about that shit. Shit, fuck with that nigga, man. That nigga, that's Big U, nigga. Shit, that nigga know Kung Fu and shit. Yeah, I seen a nigga hit a nigga in the throat and make him shit on himself. Shit, nigga, that's Big U over there, boy. That's Eugene Henley. Yeah, nigga, I know them niggas running with Chicken George and them kicking ass and shit. Damn, that's crazy. This is like unheard of, bro. This is unheard of. And allegedly, you know, I'm just reacting to the content, but he said the paperwork is out there. I think it's on 600's page. He put the paperwork out there, and nobody said nothing, did nothing about it. Wow, that's deep, bro. That nigga, that's power. Boy, you ain't never seen no power, nigga. You seen it today. Shit. Just imagine, Nick. Think about what's going on here. Think about what's going on. Nigga, the top dog told allegedly, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't have the paperwork in front of me, but it's there. I think I seen it, a little bit of it, but I'm not in all that. Eddie Boy got a voice, and you know, it was sent to my DM like, hey, can you cover this? I'm like, yeah, I like Eddie Boy content, so I'm just reacting to it. But at the same time, though, right? What did that say about the game? Nigga, the only nigga that can break the rules is the top dog. Everybody else, nigga, could die, lose their life, nigga, get their arms and knees broke off on and all that crazy. But the top dog get to do that. That's crazy work, bro. That's crazy work. You have to install fear in somebody for somebody to be that scared to, nigga, man, you get a pass, man. That's just Eddie Boy, man. Shit, man. Man, you got to choose Eddie Boy or Big U. And everybody chose Big U. That's crazy work, man. But continue. Let's go.
Or nothing like that. But it was just something fishy about the whole situation, man, because he just started acting funny up in there, getting into it with a whole lot of dudes. on the road. He got into a baby psych, and he was just up in there just frustrated. He was like, he was just on some bullshit, not with me, but with them, man, because a lot of dudes, man, they be thinking that, oh man, you scared of Big U, you do this. Nah, bro. One thing for sure, two things for certain, bro, that me and the brothers from over there, brother, we know each other abilities, bro. Ain't nobody no busters, ain't nobody no cowards, and we know we would do it to each other if something got to that particular point. So we go to trial, man. We get found guilty, bro. They use the statements in there to find me guilty of the conspiracy charge, right? And they use the statements to find me guilty of the possession charge because they let that stuff be admissible in trial. And a lot of brothers, man, I see these dudes when they get the paperwork and they speak on it, they'll say, "Oh man, that was inadmissible. They never used that." Yeah, they did. They used that, bro. Because if you look at the appellate brief, you'll see that he attacked the statements in his argument. And in his argument, his lawyer said that he never had a chance to expound on why he made the statements, right? And a lot of brothers overlook that. At this particular time, bro, I don't give a shit, because I'm displaced from that particular lifestyle. He did what he did. Okay. I don't give a shit, man, because I'm in a different space. But,
all right, so it comes to a crossroad where, okay, if allegedly, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't there. This shit, I believe this is something that took place over 30 something years ago. None of us was there. This is Eddie Boyce telling us story. It's his story. People got their own opinions and all that. You can formulate it. That's cool. But catch this though. Who are we to say that this man is lying and all this shit? This man that did have a long fucking time in jail behind whatever crime him and Big U got caught up on, right? But if he made a statement and it wasn't, admissible in court, do it still deflect from the fact that he said it still? I mean, oh, well, they didn't use it in court, so it don't matter? I mean, like, how did that work? You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, he made some janky statements, some shady statements, but they didn't use it in court to actually convict him. But if they have it saying that he said it on paperwork, do that still count? Y'all drop y'all opinions in the comment section. Let's go.
I still didn't say nothing. When we got to the pen, I didn't say no. We was in Calipatria on C Yard, and his father Hank was like up there. So Big U was like, "Man, how much time you got?" So I got 32 years. Do what the fuck you mean, And he was like, "Oh man," I said, "But I had my sentence."
Hold on, gang. 32 years, gang. Boom. Hold on, nigga. You got told on and you got sentenced to 30. Right, all right, so let's rewind this, right? Eddie Boy said that him and Big U was going to go buy some yay, you know what I'm saying? Some major work, and Eddie Boy flashed $30,000 to the plug, right? He flashed 30,000 and like, all right, well, meet me at this time and place. Them niggas go without the money. They didn't take the money because he showed them the first time, which the dude would automatically assume that he got the money. You see what I'm saying? So you niggas was about to rob the dope nigga, and the police came, swarmed, grabbed y'all, got y'all, took y'all to jail, and you get 30 years. You never had the money on you, and you never had the dope. How do you get 30 years off of that? Attempted robbery? Man, that's crazy work, gang. Hey, y'all be careful out here, nigga, still playing in them streets, man, because, man, a lot of us blessed that we made it through it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of niggas stuck behind the walls with them elbows, man. A lot of niggas is stuck with some elbows, man. So this is interesting because it's like, damn, nigga, you niggas was trying to backdoor the dope man and got backdoored yourself. And you took a nigga 30 years? Nigga, that's come on, nigga, that's Claude Banks and Ray Gibson. Hey, you want my cornbread? Hey, nah, motherfucker, you can't have my motherfucking cornbread, because if you do, it's gonna be a killing spree part 2. Hey, boss, he ain't working. Gold mouth, shut your mouth and shut your ass, boy. Jangling, stop pitching wool on the job, boy. God damn, Ray Gibson and Claude Banks, nigga, nigga, 30 years is life. That's crazy work, gang. For what? Attempted robbery? Let's go.
Report. So I went and got my citizen's report on my woods in Calipatra on C Yard. And his father Hank was like up there. So Big U was like, man, how much time you got? I said, I got 32 years, dude. What the fuck you mean? You know, and he was like, oh man. I said, but I had my sentence report. So I went and got my sentence report out my cell and I brought it back to the yard. And his father was looking at it. His father started laughing a little bit. He was like, man, this dude got way more time than you. And he was like, oh, I didn't know. He was acting like he didn't know. And so it was cool, man. You know, and dudes don't understand, man, that them two statements that he made, brother, I would have took that stuff to the grave with me, brother, because I was representing that, you know, and I was representing that to the fullest, to the best of my abilities. And I just would have took it to the grave with me, man, because we was homeboys, man, because I wasn't here to sput nobody's name out or do nothing like that. So I just would have took it to the grave with me, bro. But what he did was, when I was on C Yard and I had, you know, I got a trade on A Yard, so they sent me to the A Yard. So when they sent me to A Yard, I'm over there for like 2-3 months, and then some of the homies start coming over there, and they was like, hey man, you got 5 years? I was like, 5 years? I was like, fuck you talking, man, get out of here. They was like, no man, Big U said you got 5 years and you told on him. I was like, what? I was like, nah. I didn't believe it the first time, but then a couple more brothers from the section came over there and they said the same thing. I said, man, all right, man, fuck that. Get the paperwork. So about this time I gave the paperwork and they was like, okay. And everybody, you know, it was a split between me, some of the homies on his side, and some of the brothers on my side. So it was a split like that, you know, inside the penitentiary. But this is the thing, man, that I've been trying to get dudes to understand, man, that he was putting that out there, brother. He told the brother, Adisa Al-Kibalan, used to be Sneak from Long Beach. Long Beach Insane. He was insane 20s, you know. He's one of my Muslim brothers now, but he was telling him about the situation. And Adisa kept asking him where the paperwork was at, but he never could produce the paperwork. So a lot of people started paying attention that he was, you know, he was bullshitting. He was full of shit at that time. So I always wondered why he done that. So I shot him a kite. I wrote him. I was like, hey, bro, why why the fuck you do that? So he was literally got mad because I had shot the paperwork to the streets, and I shot the paperwork to some of the homies, and it got back to him. He got the paperwork because I made a bunch of copies of it. So, you know, it can be circulated inside the penitentiary, because when you're in the pen and you label a rat, bro, you're open game to every section, not just your section, every section, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it be so many dudes that be scared to stand up for the truth, and so many dudes that don't want to stand up for themselves. They would let that shit just go. They'll see one of their comrades and one of their homeboys, man, get plummeted up in there. So me, I really didn't care at that particular time, man, because I was already on go time.
Somebody look up.
Anybody said something stupid to me, anybody wanted to do something stupid, I was just on go time. I wasn't doing no talking or none of that stuff. It was just go time. So, man, like I said, man, I would have took that shit to the grave with me. I never said nothing about that until he tried to put that shit on me. And to this very day, you know, I laugh about it is because dudes is really starting to see what I was talking about 34 years ago, bro. And it really doesn't matter anymore, man, because, you know, what's done is done. And dudes that wasn't really there, you know, they really don't have no dog in this fight, man, because they wasn't part of our generation. It's my generation that knew about this. It's my generation that swept it up under the rug. It's my generation that basically took sides.
Man, I gotta say this, right? Because of the fact that, you know, he blaming his generation and how they swept this under the rug. Big U said that this was his dope. He was working for Eddie Boy. You know what I'm saying? That's a hard pill to swallow. That's a hard pill to swallow, gang. It's so many people incarcerated, right? And because you trusted the wrong person, and the person who put you on the lick end up throwing it on you, telling on you. Just imagine a nigga, you like, nah, bro, I ain't trying to go get down like that, man. Man, look, I got shit to do. He like, man, come on, just hit this lick with me one time, nigga. Nigga, we go eat. I got it under control, bro. I got you, bro. You like, nah, bro. He's like, come on, bro. I need you, bro. You like, all right, fuck. And, you know, you slide or you ride with your partner and everything go left. You see what I'm saying? It go all bad. Y'all get caught up and the nigga throw it on you. Like, nigga, that nigga dope, man. I ain't want to do this shit. This nigga made me go with him. And the whole time, you convinced this nigga, forced this person to go slide and do this mission with you, and you get down on him like that. I understand why he's no longer a part of Rollin 60's. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. Now, people are saying that, you know, 80 Boy Snitch, I don't get into all of that. You know, his content was actually asked of me to react to. So, you know, by a supporter. And, you know, I give my supporters what they want. But I'm really not into this type of politics. And I'm just reacting to it. But just his story is remarkable. This is remarkable, bro. This is something that the world don't know. And it's something that happens probably every day somewhere in somebody's hood. Every day somebody probably getting down on a nigga that, you know what I'm saying, that portray themselves to be solid. You know what I'm saying? Now, at this point, you know, I'm just listening. Y'all want to do y'all thorough research, go down that rabbit hole. I believe you can go somewhere down his channel and look at the paperwork that he presented, because I believe he has it on his channel. I believe 600 has it on his channel. And you can formulate your own opinions. But this the thing, though, man. Once you know, you can't pretend like you don't know. Once you see, you can't unsee. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think for a lot of people, Big U is so big and so high up the food chain that maybe he's not, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's worth, you know what I'm saying, taking that man down for. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why, I could be wrong, he kind of withdrew himself from, you know, still being a part of that organization. You know, rightfully so. Shit, would you stop gang banging if the top dog snitched on you? Let me know in the chat. Let's go.
Eyes and took his word and gave him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, that's what happened. You know, so it amazed me, man, how dudes, you know, sit there and they get mad because it's out there. The paperwork is out there. The truth is out there. If you want to believe it or not, you know, alhamdulillah, I don't care, you know. So when dudes ask me about that, and they be like, oh, man, you know, you scared of Big U. Why you didn't do this to Big U? Why you didn't do that to Big U? Why you didn't do this, and do that? First of all, brother, when me and that brother was on the yard, brother, we were still homies. Okay. Second of all, when I came home from the penitentiary, dude, I was Muslim. So if I'm Muslim, I'm not going back into that disposition or into that realm, you know, over there inside the section where I'm playing, got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Nah, bro, I'm not finna do that. All right. So if I'm not finna do that, and I'm gonna stand on my square as a Muslim, I'm not gonna contradict myself and go over there and cause a bunch of chaos and confusion and have the neighborhood split to the point where dudes is feuding with each other, man, and the more lives have been taken. I done seen a lot of good brothers from that section, man, die by the hands of my own people from that section. And I wasn't gonna be a part of that, bro. Never gonna be a part of that. never was a dude that looked into the level of that a homeboy killer or none of that type of stuff. So I wasn't gonna be to the point where I was gonna be causing a destruction or a menace to my own community in that form, in that fashion. So, you know, it's like when brothers be speaking on the case, I'll be like, bro, you guys wasn't there. Just because me and the brother don't go in depth on what really happened, sometimes, man, we just ain't not gonna go in depth in it too. And it's always a respect level, you know. And to this very day, if he called me, I'll talk to him straight up. I'll get right on the phone and be like, what's up, Assalamu alaikum, what's up? Because you got to understand, man, that he took his shahada. We both took our shahadas, right?
I shout out to his religion. I'm not too thorough about that, but that man, you're a strong man, Eddie boy. You're a strong man. See, strength is not always physical. You see what I'm saying? If you can forgive and be cool with somebody who got down on you, man, you a strong person, man. That's like being cool with the dude who shot you. You know what I'm saying? That's cold game, man. I'm not too familiar with Eddie Boy's story, but you can hear that he's grown. He's outgrown, you know what I'm saying, being a street operator. You can hear that, you know, he changed his life. You can hear that he probably walked in the light. Because let me tell y'all something about light, man. And most of the time that, just imagine you got a good heart, but you hanging around people that have a dark heart. You see what I'm saying? Everybody that gangbang don't have a ruthless heart. There's some niggas out here with a good heart. You just from where you from and you are who you are. But let me tell you something about that though, nigga. Darkness is attracted to the light. You see what I'm saying? Dark is attracted to the light. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't, a lot of people, I hope that penetrate, I hope it resonate. Even your shadow leave you in the dark. You understand what I'm saying? When you go outside, you get out your car, look on the ground, you go see your shadow on the ground. It is attracted to light. Your shadow always go everywhere you go when you in the light. You can't see your shadow in the dark. You see what I'm saying? It's some people out here that you think is your partner, they rocking with you like you think y'all buddies. Now they know you got light inside of you. It's some people that rock with you because they see your light. You see what I'm saying? And their goal is to turn your motherfucking lights off, nigga. And you know what I'm saying? Be careful, man. Be careful, bro. There's some people out here, they disguise. They come in your world. They come in your life. They say all the right shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't think it's some ladies. It's some niggas that's coming in your life to come mess up your world. You see what I'm saying? You was a good girl when he met you. You know what I'm saying? 6 months down the line, you pull out your hair. Ah, I hate you. Give me my car back. Give me my car back. You know what I'm saying? And fellas, there's some ladies out here, you like, I get this new bitch. I'm with it, bro. Let me get on, nigga. Let me get on. I ain't fucking with you. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Be careful. Let's go.
Right. And when you take your shahada, you become a Muslim, brother. It's certain things you have to let go. You know, and I'm not saying that he couldn't go back over there to his community and help his community. I'm saying that when you're a part of being a Muslim, you can't be to the point where you paying both sides, bro. It's impossible. You can't do that. So that's where, you know, the discrepancy comes in, and a lot of brothers don't understand that, because one dude was telling me the other day, oh, you got a lot of homies that's Muslim, they still, no, bro, they faking. And we're going to call a ball and strike a strike, bro, they faking. You know, ain't nobody infallible, means ain't nobody perfect. But if you step out that side, that arena and that realm, you don't supposed to go back in that realm, man, pushing some negativity, man, that's some self-destruction towards your own people, bro. So now dealing with our case, that's what that was, brother. That's why me and the brother got into it, man, because we was homies. And like I said, bro, I would have took that shit to the grave. You know, it's a lot of shit that I still am going to take to the grave, but with me. But it's like, man, dude, don't speak on things you have no knowledge about, man. If you guys don't know, if you guys can't read, if you guys can't understand, if you guys going to be biased, okay, that's cool. right? But actions, man, is speaking louder than words, man. You know, and pretty soon, don't be shocked and don't be surprised, bro. It's what's gonna transpire, man. But I encourage, you know,
Oh,
each
what,
and every
hey,
individual brother that's,
and you know what, Ace? Eddie Boy been going to Big U's court date. And look what he's saying. Don't be surprised because, you know, I firmly believe, you know what I'm saying, once a snitch, always a snitch. Right now, Big U is fighting the fight of his life. Y'all got to understand something, right? He has no legal representation. He's going pro se, right? So that means that he is his own lawyer. He wants the opportunity to face his accusers. He know they got him dead bang. They got over 60,000 audio calls of him talking reckless. You see what I'm saying? If he got action to come home, you know what I'm saying? Because the way it's looking, operation, man, they wanted that boy. They want to keep him behind them bars, right? If he got an opportunity to come home, do y'all think he go give somebody up? Eddie Boy then put out paperwork saying that Big U didn't got down on him, right? 30 years ago. Big U is in his late 50s, almost 60, right? What's the life shelf of an African American black man? You see what I'm saying? 70? So do y'all think he would do what he got to do to come home to see his grandbabies, see his kids, and, you know, be with his family? Do you think he'd give it up just so he could go be with his family? You see what I'm saying? Who is that? You gotta go talk to Eddie Boy. It's on his page. It's on his page. See, I think a lot of y'all get confused when you see a reaction channel reacting to the content. Go do your homework, nigga. We don't play that paperwork shit over here. Go over there. It's on his page. All you gotta do is go to Eddie Boy. You know what I'm saying? He's the only Eddie Boy on there, or OG Eddie Boy from Rollin 60's. You will see it. That's how you do it. But yeah, man, his story is remarkable, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying alleged. You know what I'm saying? Because I did see some of it, but I don't partake in all that. I just react to this shit. So, Eddie Boy, man, hold your head up, man. Pride, man. Hey, it's some people that see your change, man. You did all that time, came home, and you still willing to forgive somebody who done got down on you. That's growth, man.
you know, out there trying to do something good, to continue to do good. If you want to change, man, to continue to change, don't trick yourself off the streets. Be mindful, man, of your surroundings, man, because there's a whole lot of informants around you, bro. I'm talking about on a high level, man, that you would never believe, bro. I was on parole, bro, for like a year, 2 years. When I first got out the pen, I'm Muslim, bro. They followed me for like 2 years, bro. They had me on the watch list. When I used to fly, you know, go places, you know, with my son, go to Hawaii or something. They had me step in a different line and all types of shit just because I was Muslim, because what it was going on and transpired in the world, they had me on a no-fly zone. But when they finally let me off parole, they came into my house and they said, look, first my parole officer came up in there and it was 4 more other dudes that came with him. And I know they wasn't parole officer, but they had like the parole jackets on, thinking somebody's a fucking dummy that don't nobody know who they are. So they inside my room, so they looking at my book collection. And they were like, man, you read all these books? I was like, yeah. I read all them books. And one of them started quoting something about the art of war, and I finished it. He said, you know what, man? He said, man, the information that we got on you from the penitentiary, he said, man, you're a waste of our time, man, because you out here, man, we've been watching you for 2 years. You move differently. You ain't went back over there in your neighborhood, your old neighborhood. We see you don't function with them brothers and stuff like that. And then one of them was a brother, too. He was a black dude. It was 3 white boys and it was a black brother. So the white boys walked out the room. The brother, he stayed behind, leaning behind a little bit. And you know what he told me? He said, look, bro. He said, man, stay away from them dudes in your neighborhood, man. He said, man, because we got so many of them dudes on our payroll, it's unbelievable. That's exactly what he told me, bro. He gave me a heads up to stay from over there. He gave me a heads up to tell me to keep on doing what I'm doing. And he said, man, he said, bro, whatever you learned in the penitentiary, he said, whatever made you change, he said, man, I take my hat off to you, brother. He said, because you've moved totally different, man. And, you know, that's always alhamdulillah. So I'm telling you, brothers, man, over there in any section, I don't care where you from, inside the United States ghettos, bro, y'all be mindful, man, because they always got somebody watching you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wow, that was deep, gang. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That was deep. That was super deep, man. Shout out to Eddie Boy for the growth, man. And I honestly believe that it's no way you can stand on any street corner where it's known for drugs and gang violence and, you know what I'm saying, somebody ain't watching you, bro. You see what I'm saying? Just like they watching No Jumper right now. They watching No Jumper. They watching everybody up there, man. Anybody that's at No Jumper, you still with this gangster shit, you still out here, you know, doing your 1-2, they're watching you. You see what I'm saying? Don't you catch no cases, nigga, because, nigga, they on your ass, Jack. But shout out to the 483 people that was thugging with me doing this live, man. Y'all go over there and throw a rock at A-Boy, man. Go check his channel out. I salute that man for telling his story. Remarkable story. I definitely disagree of being cool with somebody who didn't told on me, though. You see what I'm saying? I couldn't swallow that. I'm not that type of man to just, you know, be cool with that. So on that note, man, make sure y'all drop y'all opinions in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram at NinaBoy_TV. And leave a comment and hit the notification bell for the next video. Peace.
I know how to shoot, I know how to fight. I tell you once, don't tell you twice. And I'm real discreet, like a thief in the night. Yeah. If I call you.